Hi, and welcome to Getting Started with Google Vids. My name is Angelica Johnson-Smith, Instructional Technology Facilitator here in the district. If at any time you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to either one of us or email me directly at anjohnson@ebrschools.org. Today, we'll be identifying the basic features of Google Vids and learn how to access Google Vids through the App Launcher and Google Classroom and understand the dashboard. We'll also explain 3 ways to integrate Google Vids into your daily classroom. Google Vids has many features that have an impact on the LER Planning Indicator rubric. Just looking at the instructional planning, the AI storyboard helps to give each student a visualized sequence of events, as well as scaffold a lesson. Using the multimodal recording method for activities and materials, it will allow you to move from static materials into more interactive video-based instruction. The diverse stock media allows you to curate content that reflects your students' identity and their interests. And lastly, students are able to create videos. This creates opportunity for students to demonstrate their mastery creatively. To access Google Vids, you may do this several ways. The first way is by accessing through the App Launcher. You may also go to your Google Drive, select New, and find the Google Vids icon here. And lastly, we can access the Google Classroom, which also houses Google Vids for student usage. The dashboard for Google Vids is pretty simple. It looks more or less just like a Google Slides or a Google Docs. At the top, you'll find your main toolbar. This is where you can house your files, insert videos and pictures, format your videos, select scenes, and arrange those scenes in order in which you feel comfortable. The next is our play and our share button, as well as our editing history. You can also leave comments on videos, which is great for collaboration with students. We also have our share button, which allows access to those videos, whether you want someone to help edit or just to be a viewer. On the side right, we have our right side panel, and this is where we can select the type of videos that we want to have. We have the ability to do voiceovers, record directly from our devices, upload images and slides, as well as stock photos, text, and shapes. The good thing about Google Vids is that it comes already made with templates. So templates can be easily inserted and used for your students as well as to display information to your students. Lastly, we have our timeline, and this is where we can edit our videos by making the videos longer or shorter. We can also crop them where we need them, as well as insert transitions, music, and voiceovers. Today, we'll just focus on creating a basic video. In creating a basic video, this allows students to convey their thoughts, be easily assessed, and for you to send messages to your students. At the top of our screen, we have our 3 basic parts, which are our title, our record button, and our cameras. At the top left, your untitled video is where you would put your title in. It's very important that you title your video because this automatically, like everything in Google, saves to the cloud. And we want to make sure that we don't have a listing of untitled videos, that we give it a specific title so that it's easy to find. Over to your right, you have your record button. With your record button, you can record directly from the camera that is located in your computer to Google Vids. One of the things that I like about this is that it has a script or a teleprompter that is embedded into Google Vids. You can record your videos for each of your current scenes, or you can record it for the entire scene. For example, if I added in an additional scene behind this one, and this is where I would add in here, I can have a script for each one of the scenes that I add in, or I can give a complete overview as the video transitions on its own. Lastly, at the bottom, we have our camera, and this gives us several recording options. I can record myself with the camera directly. I can share my screen and myself. I can just share my screen and my voice, or I can do a complete just voice. If I do just audio, this is perfect for podcasts, and students love to listen to podcasts. This will be a great way to collaborate with students and for students to collaborate with each other. So let's get into the platform. First, I'm going to click and I'm going to open a new window. And from here, I'm going to go to my Google App Launcher. And then I'm going to select Google Vids. Remember, we can get to Google Vids through the Google Classroom, and that would be for student use. And we'll talk about that more in future videos. So I'm going to click on the Google Vids icon, and it's going to open for me to a menu. Again, we have a series of things that we can discuss, and today we're going to just talk about the basic videos. But these are just several things that you can create from Google Vids. And today our focus will be creating one single video. So I'm going to click on blank vid. Once I click on blank vid, we can see our dashboard here that we previously discussed. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give my video a title. Once I give my video a title, I'm ready to record. If I look over to the right side of my screen, this is where I have my toolbar for recording. I'm going to click on the record button. The record button will allow me to enter my script for each scene, or again, for the entire video. I'm going to do scene by scene. So for my current scene, and this is my scene here, I can put in a script that will play on a teleprompter just for me. This is perfect for students who need a little bit more support when they're answering questions and relaying that information back to you. This can be also added for enrichment into the assignment. Here I'll place my script. And so I have my first scene here. Right now it's blank because I'm going to record that part in. If I want to add in a second scene, I will just simply click on the plus sign, and if you hover over it, it will give you an indicator of what it is. I'm going to click on that plus sign, and I'm adding in a second scene. If you notice, my scene and for my script changed from scene 1 to a blank page for scene 2. And again, to add another scene, I will click on the plus sign here, add in my third scene. And then I'm done. Once I'm done with the scenes and creating where I want my video to be placed, I can select my recording options. If I click on the little drop down arrow, I will see the options that we discussed before. I can either have my camera and screen, and again, this will share your screen, just sharing my screen, or I can do a voiceover. So let's look at camera and screen. Once you click on camera and screen and click on start recording, it will give you an option of which window, tab, or your entire screen that you would like to share. I'm just going to select the presentation that we're doing today. If this pops up on the side of your screen, it's just asking for permission to be available to use your microphone and your camera. I'm going to allow it at this time. Also down here at the bottom, you'll see it has no camera access. However, a message will pop up here to allow Google Vids to use your camera, and you're going to allow it at this time as well. Once I do that, it will reload, and my camera is right here at the bottom. So I'm going to pick one of these tabs to share so that you can see. I'm also going to turn on the audio just in case I want to listen to a little music and I want you all to hear it too, and I'm going to click on the share button. Once I do that, my picture and the video will appear here so that you can see what I'm presenting on. So again, if I'm presenting on the basics of creating a video, I have the screen embedded here. Once I press the record button, it will allow me to record the screen. So I will say here, you need to make sure again that you put a title. Once you select record, you can put in your script here for your current scene or all scenes. And at the bottom right, you can select your recording options, whether you choose to do the camera alone with just your face, the camera and the presentation material, or a voiceover. I like that it gives you a countdown so that the students are ready. It keeps them on task. Again, they can see their voice here indicated moving, and this video can be approximately 10 minutes long. So it gives them enough time to be able to do their video. If they want to expand the screen and go back to their tab, they're able to do that as well. Once they're done and they press stop on their video, it'll allow them to insert the video into the screen. So I'm pausing my recording and I can start it again. And then once I'm done, I can press stop and it can go back into my screen. If I would like to delete it and start from scratch, if I click on the left side and click the X, it will allow me to delete the recording before I upload it. I don't have a script for this one because I am doing all of the speaking here, but when I get ready to insert my next video, you'll be able to see the script. Once I'm done, I can either preview the video to see what it looks like, or I can just automatically insert it into the scene. So I'm going to click on insert, and it's going to place that in right here, and it's generating that cover image. Now remember, we have various options, and this is a very long scene, so I can always take the scene and I can make it shorter. And crop it down to where I need to. So I've deleted quite a few pieces of the scene, not permanently, because I can always expand it back out to where it was. It's not until I actually, because it's a live document, so it's a live video, you can go in and edit it just the way you need to. To insert my second scene, I'll choose a different way. So I'm going to go to my second scene and I'm going to click on it. For my scene 2, I actually have a script. So I'm going to show you what that script will look like on the end of a student. For my recording options here, I'm just going to use the camera. So I'm going to click on camera and I'm going to start recording. And so for this one, it will just be a video of myself. If you notice on the screen, you can see the actual text that I'll be reading, and it gives you some options. Read along will read or highlight the words as you read them. I actually like this because not only can you use this for students to record information or convey information, collaborate with other people in the classroom, or to use it as an assessment, you can make this almost as a quick running record or a quick reading record for those students who are in the lower grades who need practice. We can insert nonsense words here and they can read those sounds. We can insert sight words here and they can read that. In addition to that, we can also do a passage. Remember, this video can be 10 minutes long, so it will time how long they've been reading. But for this one, because it's going to be a teleprompter for me, I'm going to use the rolling method. And rolling will allow the words to roll on the screen, just like a teleprompter. I can adjust the text size and the text speed in which it rolls out. If I need to go back in and to edit anything, I can click on this pencil and I can add anything to my script. I'm going to click on the record button. My script is here. If I decide, you know what, I don't want to see it, I think I have it, I can always hide script, or I can bring my script back. But remember, once the video is being created, no one else will see that script. So I'm going to press record so that you can see how the script works. Again, we have our countdown. Hello, my name is Angelica Johnson Smith. I am a 24-year educator and I love reading, photography, and traveling. And if you notice, the scroll bar did move as I was reading. I'm going to pause my recording because that's where I want it. And again, I'm going to click on the check mark to insert that video. We have another scene where I talked about my favorite photographer being Gordon Parks. So I can, put an S there for him. I can also here insert a photo into my video. So let's see, I'm going to search all stock and see if they have a picture of Gordon Parks. Let's see. We don't have an actual picture of Gordon Parks, but we have some work of Gordon Parks here. So I'm going to select one and I'm going to put that in. Well, maybe we did pretty good. Select that and put that in here. Of course, they have more. Suppose I also want to include a camera. I can include that in as well. Put me a little kid and a camera. And I'm putting that in my scene. And so now I have put in some stock photo and I want to record it. And as I'm recording, I'm going to again choose my camera, or I can just choose a voiceover. Let's choose a voiceover. And we're going to start recording. My favorite photographer is Gordon Parks. I love how he captures history in black and white. This is just a little information about me, about the things I like. I hope you enjoy. So this part right here, it kind of cut me off, so I need to make my scene a little bit longer so that it fits in what I'm saying. So I can actually go back in and adjust that. So I'm going to go in and adjust it. And I'm going to restart it over again for my scene 3 and action. My favorite photographer is Gordon Parks. I love how he captured history in black and white. It's very timeless. I have several of his pieces in my home. And then I'll stop. Notice it stopped here. What I can do is I can cut my scene there. And preview it. And I'm going to insert it. So I know where it stopped, and I can cut it off to where it stopped so that it flows a little bit better. And then for my last scene, it just says, it's just telling a little things about me. So I'm going to do the screen. I'm going to again select one scene and I'm going to record. Now notice, because it is actually recording the screen, it doesn't bring up my script. Or did I ask it to bring up my script? So there are several ways that you can use Google Videos in the classroom. Caption this are video activities. You can use visual prompts. Another thing is you can introduce the lesson or a unit, so you can flip your learning so that you're front loading those kids with some prior knowledge before they actually get into the materials. My most favorite is to take those slides, and you can share those slides to your students, and it will create a video for you so that you can convey your message a little bit better. You can create podcasts for your students or for your school, and you can also highlight student work. One of the things that I do also like is that you can make explainer videos for vocabulary or key terms, and you can make history come to life. So we'll explore in the next video for Google Vids is how to create visual prompts for creative writing, as well as creating storyboards. I look forward to seeing you then.